Greetings, YouTube. How you guys doing? It's Ed here with the my episode review of Claimed of The Walking Dead. Now, where do we begin with this episode? I think it was a great episode, very well written, character development, action packed, had zombies, zombie attacks, zombie hordes, and also human attacks from outside strangers. So let's begin. I'm gonna start with the Rick, Carl, and Michonne group, and then we'll later go on to the Glenn group. I'm gonna call that. So we had Michonne, Carl, and Rick still in the house. All right, and Michonne and Carl are seeing that they're getting along. They're having this almost like a mother-son relationship going on here, where they're best friends slash learning from each other, learning how to cope with each other. Rick is healing his injuries still from the prison and the governor attack. So basically, Michonne and Carl go off for supplies to allow Rick to, because they're gonna stay there for one more night, so Rick can will feel better when they leave, because it's gonna be probably a long trip they're feeling. So you have Carl and Michonne go off, and they're having a heart to heart. You have a little more Michonne's backstory, talking about Andre, her child, who died just after the apocalypse. Her mother instinct just dives into her character, and it's just great. It's ripping TV, I think. It's gripping. This is why The Walking Dead, I think, is #1 still. I mean, you have the gore still, but the character development is what creates this show. It is what makes this show. It makes us just keep on tuning in every week by week. You have people saying, it's kind of getting slow. It's, just too much talking, not enough zombies. But if we had just had endless zombies, we'd just get bored. People getting ripped apart every week. That's what I find funny. Like, the beginning of the half of the show is, oh, you just brought in like new people just to become zombie food. No character development. Now having character development, it's, oh, this is kind of boring. Maybe there's a way to balance it out a little more. Maybe give the characters that will be zombie food a little more time to develop, so that there is. But this is how it is. So Rick and Carl and Michonne, they're becoming more like, you're showing this bond that they're having, and I think it's great. Rick, on the other hand, he takes a nap, and then he finds out he has intruders downstairs. Almost like a Home Alone thing going on. He's trying to rest up, and guess what? He has to take out these guys, and this is awesome because I feel like Rick has like this whole scene has shown how Rick has become from this broken man after the prison that he's trying to be a protector of everything, and it just awakened the beast in him again. He just elevated himself from a broken man who probably couldn't take care of himself, and Carl was right, hopefully you die, to I'm back. And it was great. I love the action. I love that we didn't have to see like who these people look like that went into the house. It's just their actions speak louder than words. That the people that are left out in the wild are vicious. They're animals now. They're willing to almost kill the next person for a bed. I mean, it is crazy. It just shows that who should they fear more? Other people or the zombies? Who's more of a danger? And the question is right now is probably both. Other groups will kill you while you are trying to survive. And that's what everybody's doing. Everybody just has turned into survival mode. And I am #1. So after Rick basically escapes the room and has to kill one of these guys in the bathroom, which sucks because that would be the last place. I'm about to You know, the guy's using the toilet, and he's like, "Shit, this is the last time I might be alive." So Rick takes him out. He jumps out the window, takes his gun, and he's able to actually, since there's a zombie that came in, it looked like I had a feeling that's probably the zombie was the guy he killed. The guy he killed turned into a zombie, and that's what caused the distraction he needed. Rick needed to get out of there, and also make sure Carl and Michonne don't go into the building, since the people saw that there was women's clothing, and they were already talking about waiting for her to come back and jumping her and possibly raping Michonne. So they go off, and they see the sign for Sanctuary, and that's where they go. They follow the train. They're gonna follow the train tracks, and they go to Sanctuary. I think that they're gonna meet up with Tyrese and Carol, find baby Judith, and that group, those two groups are gonna meet together. The Carl group, I mean not Carl group, the Glenn group. Let's start with them. Well, it picks up almost like from last week. Well, last time we saw the Glenn group was Glenn's in the truck, back of the truck, driving, and Abraham stops. They kill a couple of zombies, but Abraham's enjoying it. It's not like when Tara attacked the zombies. She was more like upset, and she was using her anger against the zombies. Abraham, he just loves it. He's just in that mode where he's killing everybody. So Glenn's still out. He finally wakes up. Tara remembers where the bus was because he knows Maggie will be there trying to find him. And it seems like Maggie already left there. They said there was bodies everywhere. It seemed everybody was dead. So it just happened after Maggie was already there. So but Glenn still wants to go. But we find out a little more about Abraham's mission with Eugene and Rosita. And Abraham's mission right now, and he's more of that military zone, is that he's trying to get Eugene to Washington, D.C. because Eugene knows what caused the outbreak that caused The Walking Dead, caused the zombies and the infections. I don't think there's a cure. I just think he knows what happened, and there possibly could be a cure from this, or something that could stop the humans from turning into walkers after they die. But, it was basically that. It was more of a story of Rick in this episode, because basically after that, Glenn wants to go. Abraham has a mission where, same thing like Glenn said no to Tara in the last episode. I don't want you, but I need you. Same thing with Abraham. I need all the bodies I can because I need to get Eugene to Washington, D.C. So Glenn and Abraham have a fight. Some people think it was out of place for Glenn to hit Abraham because Abraham wouldn't let him go, but I think that was the perfect moment because you know what? I think Glenn just saw how he's more into the military role and wants to just get the mission done, that he wouldn't do that. So he would have to fight him. And that's why. He sucker punched Abraham, they fight. Then the zombies of course come, and Eugene ends up trying to shoot the zombies, but he ends up killing the truck as well. Which I think it was funny because you had freaking Abraham going, this truck probably went through freaking, was it again? It went through Desert Storm. It probably went through a couple of freaking landmines, and you kill it somehow. So it was just hilarious. I loved it because it was just that military grunt personnel, like personified. And I loved it. So they end up all just going and trying to find Maggie because Glenn's like, that's where we're going, and Tara's following. Rosita's like, what else are we gonna do? And that's where they all went because it's better to be together than by themselves. And you find a little bit more about Abraham. Not too much, but it seems that Abraham did lose his family at the beginning of this, and this is the only way for him to. This is the only way he has figured out for himself how to survive in this apocalypse. To have a routine, almost a military routine, or having goals and accomplishing them, going from one mission to another, and not thinking about his family that possibly has died. It seems like he had family, his wife and children, if he had children, died at the beginning of the apocalypse, and this is all he knows. And that if he doesn't do his missions, then it's like almost failing them. And I'm hoping that we see why he's like this. Eugene, I don't trust him. He seems a little too quiet, maniacal too. He had an evil smile at the end. Who knows? This might be, might be that he knows how to, he knows what caused the outbreak, and he might want to make a better serum or something. But I don't know. I just don't trust him. Well, time will tell, and we'll go from there. But other than that, let me remind you guys actually. Having a bad day here today. Just remind you guys, please click the subscribe button at the bottom. Alright, very important, so you get my videos. Alright, I'm going to post another video tomorrow, most likely, for the next episode, which is going to be Daryl heavy. I can't wait. Daryl and Beth, it looks like. That's what the preview is. I believe the title is called Still. So, I think we're going to have that, and I think also they might be maybe something with the other people. I'm hoping that either the Maggie group may be highlighted in this, or maybe Glenn and Maggie will get reunited. We only got, I think we only have 4 more episodes after this. So, hit the subscribe button, give me a like if you like what you're seeing, and comment below. Give me your comments. I'd love to answer your questions sometime. Alright? But that's it for tonight. So give me just holler back, and I'll see you next week. Have a good night.